Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So the crypto market now at 367.8 billion, guys, and Bitcoin dominance slipping even further to 58.9%. We've got Bitcoin trading at 11,700, up 2.27%. Ethereum trading at $427, up 8.9%. And XRP trading at about 29.5 cents, up 5.43% in the last 24 hours. XRP still holding strong in the number 3 position with a $13.2 billion market cap. And guys, Chainlink is creeping up here, number 5 on the list, trading right now at $17.11, up 0.53% in the last 24 hours. This is XRP on the hourly. It's mimicking Bitcoin quite closely. If you bring up Bitcoin here, you can see that same trend upward, a bit of a dip, and now trying to retrace. I'll bring up XRP once again so you can see that. Trend up, down, and it looks like buyers are wanting to move the price higher. Over the long term, we are seeing a positive trend, guys. This is the weekly. We saw that dip down at the beginning of the pandemic. XRP came back up, corrected a little bit, but didn't make nearly the kinds of lows. Didn't make nearly the kinds of lows that we saw near mid-March at about 11 cents, and then just shot up from there. Similar to Bitcoin. If you look at Bitcoin here, Bitcoin didn't even budge. It came right back up here to its original high that it had seen pre-pandemic and then continued to surge upward. So it's looking healthy at the moment. Everything in the space is looking pretty good, including new crypto investors in the space. So Fintech unicorn Revolut says crypto investors now hold $121 million in Bitcoin and 5 altcoins as trading volume surges. So this is a London-based fintech firm, and the company said that in their 2019 annual financial report, they witnessed an increase of 150% in its customers' cryptocurrency holdings as of December 31st, 2019. The investment unicorn's crypto holdings surged to 121 million from 48.33 million in 2018. So in 2 years, it almost tripled. According to the data from Revolut, reported by Finextra, once Bitcoin showed signs of recovery from its mid-March crash and began its now 4-month-long uptrend, interest in the crypto market came to life. So we are seeing more UK customers getting interested in cryptocurrencies within the last few months. The company bills itself as the first truly global financial super app. Revolut serves as a broker to its 12 million customers throughout Europe and the US by offering exposure to a wide range of cryptocurrencies. And guys, here are the cryptocurrencies they offer. So this is included in their surge up to 121 million: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Stellar Lumens. Revolut notes that it owns the underlying crypto assets. So they own positions in all these crypto assets, obviously, as a firm that is trading these to customers. Well, if you're reputable, you should have these assets on hand should your clients want to cash out. It happened to me once, guys. Be careful what exchange you are at. I bought a small amount of XRP. It wasn't that much. Probably maybe only 1,000 or 2,000 XRP at one of these exchanges. The exchange is no longer in business. But at that time, I had asked them, okay, I bought this from you guys. I want to transfer this to my wallet. And they said, I'm sorry, sir, we're not able to cover that right now. You're going to have to give us a few days. And this was only about 1,000 or 2,000 XRP. So again, be careful where you buy your crypto. Some of these smaller exchanges might not have crypto on hand and may go bankrupt. So it's always good to go with a reputable exchange. I saw this guy's from the Cryptic Poet, and this was just in yesterday. Sombank takes Islamic banking to the cloud with Ripple partner Temenos. So we know Ripple is partnered with Temenos, and now Temenos, the banking software company, today announced that Sombank, a privately owned Islamic bank in Somalia, has selected the Temenos Islamic banking solution in the cloud to accelerate its digital transformation and create innovative products to increase access to financial services in Somalia. Sombank will implement the full front-to-back Temenos Islamic banking platform, combining the market-leading capability of Temenos Infinity and Temenos Transact. The platform's scalable, innovative technology provides superior features for Islamic banks to offer their customers Sharia-compliant products and the best digital experience. The cloud-native solution will enable Sombank to design and launch customized digital products more quickly while also reducing its operation costs. Reducing operation costs, we know again, Temenos XRP integrated and now working with Sombank in Somalia. Guys, I'm going to try to whip through some of these fairly quickly. We've got quite a bit here, and a lot of it has to do with FUD. With regards to XRP specifically, I saw this from XRP_Canada on Twitter. This sounds bad, but the reason for the sale is unknown, and as I was reading this, I thought the same thing. Let me get to the article. Goldman Sachs sells 6.5 million shares in Ripple partner MoneyGram. So this from an SEC filing. Sorry, just to be clear, it's $6 million worth of shares. The U.S. investment bank and its subsidiaries this week informed the SEC it has sold 14,000 shares of Series D preferred stock in MoneyGram between August 5th and August 10th. And then it gives some details on what that is, convertible into nearly 1.8 million units of common stock, worth about $6.5 million at press time. It tells you where they're based, in Texas, sure. We know about the partnership with Ripple. Since H2 2019, the remittance company has received more than $40 million in market development fees from Ripple Labs in return for providing liquidity to its on-demand liquidity network. Ripple completed the purchase of a $50 million equity stake in MoneyGram last November, as we know. And despite the sell-off, Goldman Sachs still owns well over 18 million units of common stock. So that is not something that is in the headline, of course. A larger stake than Ripple Labs at a total of $65 million worth. So it's unclear why Goldman decided to sell approximately 9% of its position in MoneyGram. But you got to think to yourself, 9% only, that's not liquidating. That's not to say that they don't have faith anymore. These are companies looking to make money. Maybe the hires up thought to themselves, hey, look, if we allocate this money somewhere else, it will be better for our strategy only. So, when I start to see these articles and the headlines start to get a little fuddy, I like to get into it. I like to get into the facts. I like to look at what they are actually doing, what it could actually be, versus what they're telling you at face value. At face value, this doesn't look great, but when you get into the article, you realize it is only a 9% position in MoneyGram, and these kinds of deals happen all the time. Don't get fooled by FUD, folks, because it keeps on coming. I'm going to get to some more FUD later on. For now, though, despite the fact that Goldman Sachs sold 9% of their MoneyGram stock, this from XRP Crypto Wolf, Ripple ODL partner MoneyGram reported a 17% total year-over-year money transfer transaction growth, driven by its digital business, which accelerated to 124% growth and 109% revenue growth. So this from you today. MoneyGram has reported a 207% year-over-year spike in the numbers of digital transactions in its latest press release, and Alex Holmes notes that their strongest growth numbers to date were recorded in July. After reporting a strong June where the company returned to year-over-year global revenue growth, we've continued to see the underlying momentum in our business strengthen as our customer-centric digital transformation drives extremely strong results. So despite the pandemic, they saw more growth in July this year. Digitization remains the main priority for one of the largest money transfer businesses in the world that is struggling to compete with the newfangled fintech rivals such as TransferWise and Remitly, which I believe are also Ripple partners. But by focusing on MoneyGram Online and a mobile app, the company wants to increase its shares of revenue derived from digital transactions. Last year, they were responsible for only 20% of MoneyGram's business. So despite what you're reading on some websites, other websites obviously paint a different picture. MoneyGram not struggling at all, actually doing better than last year. Some would say, could this be attributed to the Ripple partnership? The fact that they are using XRP via ODL to transfer payments. Albeit they're small payments, they're not high value payments yet. We are starting to see improvement based on Ripple and MoneyGram's strategy. And one day, I truly believe one day MoneyGram could usurp Western Union as the number one remittance company. That is if Western Union continues to be stubborn and refuses to use DLT technology. Now, I don't know what kind of deal Ripple has with MoneyGram, if now they cannot be an owner in Western Union as well, if Western Union offered them the same type of deal. I don't know, I don't want to speculate on that. But so far in 2020, it's looking like all signs are pointing in a positive direction for MoneyGram. I'm going to keep on going here, guys, and this from Ian Northing. Now, I talked a little bit about Charlie Ward yesterday, and some people are saying, this guy's crazy, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Others are saying he's a conspiracy theorist, he's, off the deep end, he's a flat earther, so on and so forth. I want to get to the bottom of this. I wanted to play you this clip, though, from Ian Northing at Ian Bins here on Twitter. Let me just play you guys this first.
Sunday the 2nd it went live. And they pinged every bank in the world to make sure it worked. And they've been trying to get it started this week. It'll probably start next week. It's a digital banking system. It's backed by gold. It's backed by
How is this connected to Ripple that I've been hearing a bit about?
XRP Ripple is a gold-backed cryptocurrency. The blockchain system is being used for the banking system. So they'll run parallel for a period of time. I don't know how long that might be, days, might be weeks. No, we don't know yet. They haven't told me. As they wind down the fiat financial system, which is the SWIFT banking system of the Federal Reserve. Donald Trump has taken total control of the Federal Reserve, put it into the Treasury, and he's got all the right people in there who are managing it right now. But every single time they try and transition it, an ugly head pokes his head up and tries to hijack it.
Okay, so to give you some context, he's talking about Fed Now, and he's discussing a few things here. I'm sure the terms Ripple and XRP piqued your interest. He was discussing the fact that the new financial system is up and running and will be running parallel with the current system. He did say XRP was a gold-backed token, which clearly isn't true. And he also mentioned a little bit about Donald Trump and how he was having some problems implementing this because some bad actors have been poking their ugly heads out trying to stop this. Now, this guy apparently does a lot of videos on the Jassara Nassara topic, which I did a video about the other day, the gold standard, returning to the gold standard. Guys, I'll link that video up here if you haven't seen it. Some people down here not buying it, other people being optimistic about what he is saying. Now, again, guys, I don't have any insider knowledge. I can't back up this claim. I don't think any of us can really back up the claim of if FedNow is using the XRPL at the moment, running parallel with the SWIFT system or not. That is information that we are just not privy to. I did think it was interesting that he was mentioning this. So tell me down in the comments, I know Crypto Eddie was trying to get down to the bottom of this as well. Could this be happening? Is it happening at the moment? And is it happening under our noses? Are we just blind to this changeover? Put it down in the comments, guys. I want to hear what you think on this. Some other tweets flying around crypto Twitter, and this from Martin Volk at Martin CP Volk. This email was forwarded to us from the Office of the Comptroller of Currency in Washington, D.C. So seems to be a legitimate email. Some people also questioning this email as well. Martin highlighted a point down here, though, in preparation for the global currency reset. Okay, they talk about the global currency reset specifically, and arrival of the quantum financial system currently running parallel. Any international financial activity regulated by the respective agencies must strictly comply with no tolerance to all protocol and regulations stipulated in the International Quantum Initiative Act. Anders Lundberg asking down here, is this real? And Martin saying it still is on the official website. So if you, I just have the PDF linked here, guys, and it is from occ.gov. You can't see the address up there, but I will link this in the description of the video for those of you guys who want to peruse it at your leisure. Down here, Richie Rich says, I am new. What does this mean? And Martin Volk explains. The way I read it is this. The new financial system is already up and running, but running parallel to the current system. Next step would be to fade out the old and transfer in the new, similar to what Charlie Ward was stating in this video. Kent Olaf XRP says, yes, it is still on the website, but Mark Riley retweets this tweet from JC Collins. Everyone, the OCC document quickly circulating about the quantum financial system is a fake. It's cloned the official OCC website, so it appears to be real, but it's a fake. Go to this link and click the file at the bottom. It's a scam. So polarized opinions with regards to this document here. Nevertheless, it's always great to just kind of question things. I'm never going to tell you one thing is 100% certain or not unless I know myself 100% for sure. But it is always good to question. It is always good to keep your eyes open and point to potential developments or questions that you might have in the cryptocurrency space. Anyway, wanted to thank Martin Volk for posting that. Despite all this, guys, though, this is an official update from Lael Brainerd. So this from XRP Crypto Wolf. Given the US dollar's important role, it is essential that the Federal Reserve remain on the frontier of research and policy development regarding CBDCs. This coming from Lael Brainerd. And again, guys, this just from yesterday, an update on digital currency. She gave a speech, and here's a bit of a transcript from the speech. I wanted to read you guys a paragraph here. Right, so it's down here. Let me just read you guys this. The Federal Reserve is active in conducting research and experimentation related to distributed ledger technologies and the potential use cases for digital currencies. Given the dollar's important role, it is essential that the Federal Reserve remain on the frontier of research and policy development regarding CBDCs. As part of this research, central banks are exploring the potential of innovative technologies to offer a digital equivalent to cash. Like other central banks, we are continuing to assess the opportunities and challenges of, as well as their use cases for a CBDC as a complement to cash and other payment options. There continues to be strong demand for U.S. currency, and we remain committed to ensuring the public has access to a range of payment options. Now, I don't know how much of this is lip service and how much of it is actually truly real, but this to me sounds like a political stock answer. It's ultimately giving the people another excuse as to why cryptocurrency regulatory clarity still hasn't come to pass in the United States. They talk about some great stuff there, don't get me wrong, but we are still not seeing a meaningful move by the US. XRP Southwoodham says, "I'm sorry to say, however, that the United States of America will be left behind due to its slow and archaic policymaking. It's a shame considering their enormous talent." I don't know why they aren't moving faster on this. Maybe they have a plan that we don't know about. Maybe there's something else going on that when the government rolls that out, there will all of a sudden be a boom, flurry of activity, and maybe they have a trick up their sleeve. Although at this point, you know, we've been hearing about China getting on with CBDCs and their rollout with that. And let's not forget China, they're pretty secretive when it comes to the developments they are making in the space. So I'm curious to see how this all rolls out. If it is the case that the United States is lagging behind, it would be such a shame considering how much potential there is there. We don't want to be left behind. It is quintessential that the US steps up if we want to be a pillar in the future of finance. Another one here, guys, from XRP Crypto Wolf. Ripple-backed cryptocurrency custodian Anchorage has now partnered with TokenSoft Inc. to streamline the security token custody experience. So Anchorage and TokenSoft, investors in Arca's Altcoin US Treasury Fund token and the upcoming INX token from Digital Asset Exchange Inc. Limited, can custody their tokens directly with Anchorage. And as mentioned by XRP Crypto Wolf, Anchorage is a Ripple partner. Both tokens use the ERC 1404 standard that TokenSoft developed for the SEC registered assets on the Ethereum blockchain. The tokens will now flow through TokenSoft's affiliated transfer agent directly into Anchorage, a qualified custodian according to TokenSoft. So that's some great news for Ripple partner Anchorage. Gonna keep moving along, guys. So this is the big piece of FUD that I wanted to get to. My favorite skeptics, this from Brad Garlinghouse himself. My favorite skeptics are active today. This with regards to the Financial Times article that we saw the other day that was, spewing a bit of FUD to say the least. Ripple has absolutely no plans to reset our strategy using XRP to solve a real-world $10 trillion problem like cross-border payments is working. So he's calling out Nathaniel Popper, the one who wrote this article. Number 2, Brad says, I'll let the data speak for itself. ODL, product that uses XRP, has accounted for more than $2 billion in transactions since its launch. ODL volume grew 11 times year over year, comparing H1 2019 versus H1 2020. In less than 3 years, we've processed $2 billion in transactions on RippleNet with a notional value of $7 billion plus dollars. Over 24 customers are on board with ODL, including MoneyGram, Goldman, Via Americas, FlashFX, Azimo, and the list goes on. For future reference, quick fact check, and in keeping with NYT standards, my Twitter handle is B Garlinghouse, not Brad Garlinghouse, so they even got his Twitter handle wrong. Amazing. Absolutely amazing that a CEO of a big company has to actually come out on Twitter and correct the journalist that is spreading this FUD. Now, in 2018, we would never have seen this, and I feel like, the people at Ripple are working so hard that they've just had it. Their patience is running thin, so when obvious FUD like this is being spread, they're just not going to take it anymore. They're going to deal with it head on. Corey Johnson backing up his former employer. So you're right, like Cisco, XRP is still below its all-time high. Unlike Cisco, XRP is up 57% this year. Both CEOs are still believers in their business plan. This as a retort to Nathaniel Popper's tweet. And some are suggesting that this is stemming from the fact that there was a big ad for Bitcoin in the Financial Times today from Galaxy Digital. Love it. So this from Barry Silbert, but Financial Times was indeed the website that made these comments that were mischaracterizing Ripple and their plan to reset their strategy. So could it be a bit of a strategic move to get people to invest in Bitcoin instead? This brought to me by crypto_dash at crypto_dash ODL on Twitter. Wanted to give him credit for posting this. And here is the ad retweeted by Barry Silbert, obviously in a positive context here, because ultimately investing in Bitcoin will get people interested in investing in other cryptocurrencies. But the fact that this was posted in the Financial Times, I think, speaks volumes. And here's a copy of the FUD article here. Ripple is reportedly struggling to find use cases for XRP and is looking to shift their strategy. But I found it interesting because these guys were saying the company now aims to be the Amazon of payments. CEO Brad Garlinghouse told the Financial Times in a report published on Thursday. This was taken out of context. The Amazon of payments, that is their overall plan down the road. We've heard Brad Garlinghouse say this before. They're not switching their strategy to become the Amazon of payments now and disregard what they are doing with cross-border payments. They are still on track with their cross-border payment strategy, but eventually they want to be the Amazon of payments. Amazon started as a bookseller and just sold books. We happen to have started with payments. 2 years from now, you're going to find that Ripple is to payments as Amazon was to books. So 2 years from now, in the year 2022, could we see exponential growth with Ripple? And I just brought up the Amazon chart here because I wanted to show you guys the kind of growth we could expect from Ripple and ultimately for the value of XRP. Now you guys can see over the last decade, Amazon really has made huge moves into the stratosphere with a revenue of $177.87 billion from down around about, let's call it about 40 billion back in 2010, maybe a little lower, 38, 40 billion, somewhere around there. Here are some more Amazon numbers just to kind of give you guys a sense. Annual net revenue of Amazon from 2004 to 2019, and year over year from 2010 to 2011, Amazon saw a 41% growth. And year over year, I have the statistics here in my hand, 27%, 21%, 20% to 2014, another 20% in 2015, 26%, then 31%, 31% growth in both 2017, 2018 respectively. And by 2019, they saw another 21% growth. So Amazon, obviously, one of those benchmarks, one of those companies that you strive to be like when you are still an emerging company looking to change the world. And Brad Garlinghouse says Ripple will be that company. They will be to payments like Amazon was to books. And he's saying that it is going to happen by the year 2022. Let's not forget, and this guy's from a Cointelegraph article, Ripple aims to become the Amazon of the cryptocurrency world, and I just thought this quote was great down here. Ripple has seemingly come to a realization that the company's core value still lies in the associated cryptocurrency XRP and the Ripple blockchain. Ripple has a vested interest in making XRP succeed. It is valuable to them. They hold the lion's share of it, and so they have every incentive to make XRP successful. Even if they are doing it for purely self-motivated reasons, guys, you and I, those who hold XRP, we are going to be the market makers one day. Will 2022 be the year where we see a triple-digit XRP, watching it grow from $1, $5 throughout the year 2020, and into 2021, could we see a $50 XRP? Brad Garlinghouse says he wants to be the Amazon of payments by 2022. What will the price of XRP be by then? Your guess is as good as mine, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.